We've been doing the flower count now in the National Trust for the last 10 years, believe it or not. And we actually do it to almost, it's like a floral barometer to us. It's a kind of sense check where the season is, if things are actually healthy, whether they're flowering well, whether they're early, whether they're late, and what we maybe can expect a little bit later on in the year. The flower count is a great way for all of our garden staff and volunteers to actually get involved and go out into the gardens and really experience the garden and see what's actually out in flower. I think over the 10 years, obviously a little bit of competition creeps in there. As soon as you mention numbers, does one garden have more out than the other one? Is one earlier than the other one in some cases? So there's a really good fun element to it as well. Magnolias, to me, they're the real icons of spring. I just love magnolias in the southwest. You've got to have the blue sky and the pink blooms and look up into that plant and marvel, because they are absolutely fantastic. So for me, that really does it in terms of spring for me. However, let's actually not miss out some of the smaller things like snowdrops that are kind of about the same time as they were last year, a little bit earlier in some places. Lots of daffodils out now, lots of crocuses, which seem to be coming earlier year on year. But on the south coast, in some of the gardens there's even Banksia from South Africa and New Zealand. Plants like that are flowering, which is very unusual. The whole issue around climate change is quite a challenge, actually. Plants that have been adapted to certain conditions may not like other conditions. So, for example, wet conditions might not suit certain types of plants, and I think we need to be aware of that and how we plant our gardens for the future, to try as best we can to future-proof them with an uncertain climate heading our way, or so it seems. In the southwest, we are quite blessed with a favourable climate. So really spring comes on quite early, really. So now's the time to get out, don't miss it. I mean, look all around us today, all of the different flowers that are actually already out. So if you're not visiting a garden, you're going to miss them.